as we gather at your table, as we listen to your word.
This weekend is our annual Parish Stewardship Appeal weekend. More specifically, our Financial Stewardship Appeal. I've asked one of our parishioners if he would be willing to share for a few minutes about why giving to our parish is important to him. Grady Vanderhoofven and his wife Megan have been parishioners here for many years, and all 4 of their kids have graduated from our own St. John Neumann School. Grady serves on the Parish Finance Council, and I was very grateful when he said he would share with you today. Grady?
Thank you, Father. Father Joe says he asked me to speak at Mass this weekend, but this is actually my penance. He said my sin was so great that I had to attend every Mass during Stewardship Appeal weekend. Let's face it, this isn't anybody's favorite Mass of the year, but I agreed to speak because St. John Neumann Parish means a great deal to me and my family, and Father Joe thought a parishioner's perspective might be helpful this weekend. Our family has been part of this parish for almost 30 years, but I was not raised Catholic. The first time I ever attended Mass, I went with my girlfriend at the time, Megan, who is my wife today, because she was going to Mass with her family, and I thought it would impress her parents if I went to church with her. The first time we attended Mass at St. John Neumann, I was 23 and she was 22, and we were newlyweds, recently moved to Knoxville. I wasn't Catholic, but I attended Mass with Megan because she was Catholic and it was important to her. St. John Neumann at that time was located over on Jamestown Boulevard, just off Campbell Station Road. This property where we stand today had not even been purchased by the parish. I believe it was a farm at that time. How do we define St. John Neumann Parish? Physically speaking, our parish has been in multiple locations and buildings over time. We even had Mass in the school gym for about a year while this church was under construction. As for people, our parish has been blessed with many fantastic priests, sisters, deacons, staff, teachers, and lay people over the years. To me, St. John Neumann Parish has always been about the community. The community of people is the parish. All of my children had their first communion and confirmation in this parish. I was baptized in this room. I had my first communion in this room. I met the man who would become my godfather and the godfather of my oldest son at a parish event years before we even had children. I coached Catholic youth football out on this field for years in the shadow of this awesome building. Many of our very best friends we met through school and church events in this parish. CCD classes, Eucharistic adoration, book club, chili cook-offs, pancake breakfasts, casino night, trivia night, school events, RCIA classes in the school library, trunk or treat, fall festivals, volunteering and participating in so many ways with the church and the school, countless events and activities. All these activities and ministries my family and I participated in wove our lives into this parish, and we didn't even really notice it while it was happening. I remember a day about 13 years ago. I was sitting near the back of the church. It was at a weekday Mass. It was an all-school Mass. My wife was beside me. All the kids from the school, all the students were in the church, including all of my kids. They were all little at the time. And all of the teachers and staff from the school. And I just remember observing Mass and observing the children and the roles that the children played in the Mass and the roles that the teachers played in the Mass. And there were people here who weren't parents. They were parishioners. And I just remember having a profound sense of community as I sat in that Mass, a profound sense of the power and the potency of the parish community and what we were doing in this parish and what we could do in this parish. And I was compelled by that sense of community to become Catholic so I could participate fully with my family in this community. We've benefited from the experience we've had over the past 30 years because people before us decided to establish St. John Neumann Parish, and they made sacrifices to support the growth of the parish. I am eternally grateful for what St. John Neumann Parish has done for me and my family, and I feel a tremendous sense of responsibility to support this parish for everyone who is part of it today and everyone who will come after us. At some point in the future, when a young man sitting in one of these pews contemplates the priesthood, I want to know we did all we could to support his discernment and preparation. When a daughter of this parish envisions her wedding in this church, I want to know we did our part to make that possible. When a family needs help paying the electric bill or a doctor's bill, I want to know our parish can support that family. When a family wants their children to have access to a Catholic education in a premier educational facility, I want to know we helped make that possible. I want the young, naive, newlywed couple that shows up on the front steps of this church to be able to benefit from membership in this parish the same way Megan and I have benefited. Megan and I give to St. John Neumann Parish not only because God calls us to, but because of everything the parish has done for us and for our children. I hope you will join us in making a financial commitment to the parish today, so that 30 years from now, when people reflect about this parish and its significance in their lives, they will know we all gave, so they could benefit from the programs, ministries, and people that make up the fabric of St. John Neumann Parish.
My servers and helpers, you all can go on back to the back. Talking about money, especially at Mass, isn't easy. So thank you for sharing, Grady. And thanks to you, Megan and Grady, and all the family for all the resources and time that you've gifted the parish with over the years. I heard someone say recently, money isn't everything, but the ministries that money makes possible are everything. I'll repeat that. Money isn't everything, but the ministries that money makes possible are everything. Why is that? Because the ultimate purpose of our parish and all our ministries is to lead everyone who enters this building or any of our buildings on campus to a personal relationship with Christ, to be with Him in His eternal embrace. If we all play even a tiny role in that, then we've succeeded. And all the time, energy, and money we spent will have been worth all the cost. And everything in life, including providing a church home and providing life-changing ministries, requires money. The purpose of our buildings, our utilities, our staff, our priests and sisters, the pews we sit in, our ministries, our charitable works, our beautiful music, our insurance coverage, our sanitizing supplies, our security cameras, and our live stream equipment, all these things and much, much more are here to serve that one purpose and one purpose only, to lead people to a personal relationship with Christ and ultimately to spend eternity with Him together. And again, all these things require funding. As the Catholic priest and author Henri Nouwen said in his book about the spirituality of fundraising, sharing our money is an opportunity to put our resources at the disposal of the kingdom. It is an opportunity to invest what we have in the work of God. So that's ultimately what our financial gifts and our parish stewardship appeal are all about, investing what we've been blessed with in the work of God. Hopefully you've read in the bulletin this summer that for the fiscal year that ended June 30th, our parish gave over $1.8 million just in weekly offertory and debt reduction. That's a huge increase in giving in just 1 year, from $1.4 million a year to $1.8 million, especially during the time of pandemic. I want to thank you for that. You made sacrifices and it made a big difference. When I spoke last spring about increasing our weekly offertory and debt reduction so we can pay our bills and pay down our debt, you responded in a big way. So thank you. Because of your generous support, we were able to make some significant progress in our debt reduction. and I can't overstate how important that is. As you know, the debt from parish and school construction over the years is what makes up the vast majority of our roughly $8 million in debt. A year and a half ago, our construction debt balance was about $6.1 million. Today, because of your support, our loan balance is about $5.5 million. That's significant progress. So we have a rare opportunity now to really capitalize on our momentum and accelerate our debt reduction, to get to the point where we can put our debt behind us and use our resources in much more meaningful ways, such as expanding our ministries to serve more of our brothers and sisters living in poverty, or providing more religious education resources to help our parishioners grow in their faith, or enhancing our campus with a parish life center. As you can see in the weekly bulletin, we need to raise about $52,000 each week to cover parish operations, our debt interest, and our debt principal. That equals about $2.7 million a year. In other words, our annual stewardship appeal goal is $2.7 million. So that's what we're aiming for this year. I'm confident that we can and will achieve this, and I'm inviting each of you to be a part of making it happen through this year's appeal. So here are my 3 specific requests. First, pray for the success of our fundraising efforts as we continue investing what we've been blessed with in God's work. Second, if you've never given to St. John Neumann Parish, if you've never made a stewardship appeal pledge and you're able to do so, pray about it and consider making that today. Finally, thank you to all of you who give and have given so generously over the years. All that we have here today is thanks to your support. I hope you'll continue to give generously. For those who have been blessed with the capacity to invest additional resources in our mission, I ask that you pray about it and consider doing so. Let's capitalize on our momentum and get to a better place even sooner. In a couple of minutes, we will bring you a stewardship appeal pledge card, and I'll spare you the pain of me reading it to you line by line by line. I ask you to spend a few minutes to pray about what you're able to do, fill out the card, and then put the card and the pencil back in the envelope and seal it. If you're playing golf today, you're welcome to take the pencil with you. I'll cover the cost. And then turn it in when we collect them a few minutes after that. Father Henri Nouwen continues in his book on financial stewardship. Even a small act of generosity can grow into something far beyond what we could ever ask or imagine. The creation of a community of love in this world and beyond this world. Because wherever love grows, it is stronger than death. So when we give ourselves to planting and nurturing love here on earth, our efforts will reach out beyond our own chronological existence. Indeed, if we raise funds for the creation of a community of love, we are helping to build God's kingdom. We are doing exactly what we are supposed to do as Christians. As Paul said in the first letter to the Corinthians, make love your aim.
As we gather